Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me Anarghya, and today's reading will be a little different than most of my readings. If you're not new here and you've seen me already, you know that I'm mostly popular for doing tarot readings for celebrities. I usually try to find out what's going on with them, but I wanted to try out something for you guys as well. So my today's reading will be about a pick a card reading for you all, and if this does well, I'll post more of these obviously, and if you want me to, obviously I'll post more of these. So the topic for today's reading is what good changes are coming in for you in your near future, and I have 3 piles to select from. Let me show you, because then it would be like a little. So here are the 3 piles for you to select from. Pile number 1 is card strength, pile number 2 is the 6 of cups in reverse, and pile number 3 is the princess of pentacles. I haven't yet pulled out the cards for any of these piles, and these are just the cards I picked out intuitively for your piles, so I have no information regarding to it. So whatever card attracts you the most, you can choose that, and from the timestamps below or from the pinned comments, you can just go and skip to the part where your reading is there. Okay, so let's get started, and before we do, please make sure to subscribe, and while you're subscribing, also hit that little bell icon along with it. So if you chose pile 1, which is the card of strength, this will be your tarot reading. Let me shuffle out your cards and then we'll begin. So what messages are coming in for pile number 1?
What good fortune is coming in for pile number 1? Let's find out.
So pile number 1, let's get started, and before we do, please make sure that this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, so please keep that in mind. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So let's get started. So before we start, I just want to say that, I'm very glad that you clicked on this video, because right now what I'm seeing through your cards is that you're going through a very difficult time, or let me put it like you were going through a very difficult time. There might have been a recent sort of heartbreak or a depressive event or some sort of rejection that has led you to be very anxious and depressed, and maybe like it's not good is what I'm seeing, or that's what was happening with you until now. And this reading will be for your time from now on, and what I'm seeing from now on is that whatever things happened in your recent past, you're getting over them as we speak. You're getting over all of that stuff. Like, see how all of these cards are in reverse. Like, people usually get scared when they see 3 of swords or 9 of swords, but let me tell you that these cards are in reverse, which means that these cards show that you're basically reflecting on yourself, and you're healing from whatever was happened, whatever caused this moment. You're healing from that, and that's a beautiful energy. So there's nothing to be scared of, and I'm watching that whatever is happening right now, whatever that situation was that caused this sort of drama, is gonna get its karma in return, and you're gonna go through a transformation. You are gonna have such an amazing transformation like this, because whatever situation it was, whatever person or whatever opportunity or whatever it was that caused you such pain, you will be able to, as we speak, because we're talking about strength. Your card makes so much your card makes so much sense right now, because you are basically gaining strength. Your main energy, the heart of your energy, is like you're gaining strength as we speak. And whatever, either this is something that has happened to you, or this is something that you have to do in order to let go of something. But whatever it is, whatever decision, if it is some sort of indecision that you have had in the past, or if it is some sort of decision that you have to make, or someone you have to let go, trust me, you're gonna let go of this person in the coming future, in the near future, because this card is fully about transformation. It is about letting go what doesn't suit you anymore. And that's why when your slate is clean, that's when new things can arrive in your life, right? So that is what's happening. You'll be healing, you'll be doing pretty good for yourself, and this might have been something emotionally. You might be on a roller coaster right now. You might not feel emotionally balanced. You might feel a little here and there, at times. But what I'm seeing over here is that you'll be getting over that. You'll be working more on that, and you'll be working on your speech, because most of these cards over here are about swords. Swords is about speech, swords is about thoughts. So you'll be working on your thought processing, you'll be working on your speech, you'll be able to communicate with people way better than you were doing right now, right? There might have been miscommunication with some people around you, because you were going through such a tough time. It might be like that the people around you are feeling that for some reason, and they feel like you are being cold to them. So yes, you'll be working on that. You'll be working on getting your speech back, you'll be working on getting your emotional side back, and that is what will happen. And moreover, what I'm seeing is like until now you were self-sabotaging a lot of stuff, because this card actually came out in reverse, but we don't take oracle in reverse. So yeah, basically until now you were self-sabotaging a lot of things that were happening to you. You were blaming yourself for a lot of stuff that didn't need to be blamed on you. You were feeling responsible for a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with you, right? And you'll be getting over that sort of mindset. You're healing on a subconscious level as we speak. And this basically, you might feel right now that whatever I'm talking about, you don't want to resonate with it. Whatever this thing was, it might have kept you a little emotionally attached, and it's like this change, whatever I'm talking about, it might be a little difficult for you. But trust me, right now it might feel like that, but deep down you know that this thing, whatever it was, whatever this sort of heartbreak was, you saw it coming from some time, and you knew that this was gonna happen. And just give it a few days, maybe a week, and you'll have a new sense of freedom. And by the way, if this is something, this mindset or whatever I'm talking about, if this is something that has not happened yet, and you know that you have to take the decision, but whatever decision it is, it will cause you some sort of pain, it will cause you some sort of sleepless nights, it will cause you some sort of feeling incomplete within yourself, don't be afraid to do that. Because on the low, whatever this situation is, you know what I'm talking about over here, whether it has happened already or it has not. If it has not, and you have the matter in your control, take charge and let go of whatever it is, because there is some sort of freedom that is not in your life right now, and you will achieve once you let this person, opportunity, or situation, place, whatever it is, you let it go. Because yeah, it wasn't healthy for you is what I'm seeing, right? I don't know why this card, I was literally going through the cards, this card fell out. So yeah, after I'm watching them, after all of this happens, and yeah, I've missed out this card. You are about to have the luckiest time in your life. Wheel of Fortune is the most lucky card in the whole tarot deck, and this came out as your ending card, and just below the death card. So basically you'll be going through the transformation, and that transformation will lead you to your highest self, and that in return will give you good karma, good luck, and you'll just be like a good charm, like a charm, what do we call that, good luck charm or a good luck magnet. You'll work as that for yourself, right? And when all of this gets over and you're fully healed and everything, it's like you'll be able to enjoy life just the way you did in the past. Whenever you felt carefree or naive and you wanted to be a little young and free, you will feel those feelings again. But in order to do that, you have to let go of this current situation. It's not making you free, it's making you a servant to itself. So yeah, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to help me out here. Okay, so until I see you next time, which I hope I will do, so bye bye and take care. Hi pile 2, if you chose the card 6 of Cups, this will be your reading. I am right now shuffling through your cards, so let me shuffle and then we'll get into it, whatever details we need to know about you, right? So let's get started.
What does pile 2 need to know?
Okay, so pile 2, if you chose card 6 of Cups, this is going to be a reading. I've shuffled out the cards, so let's find out what's going on with you. And before we start, I just want to let you know that this is a general reading, so yes, take what resonates, take what doesn't. Please don't take this too seriously, as this is just a YouTube video. It might not resonate with you. So yeah, let's get started. And yeah, I am watching bigger, better, best things coming in for you in the near future. There's a lot of good things happening for you. I'm watching a lot of high vibrational cards, high vibrational energies, and you being your best gorgeous self, right? We're watching over here, we're talking about stability, we're talking about family, we're talking about feeling the sort of self-love self-care, nurturing yourself, nurturing the people around you, feeling wealthy in each and every way, whether it's wealth-wise, health-wise, or just in general, feeling stable, feeling like you have control on yourself, like feeling a sense of control on your life. We're talking about all those beautiful energies while you're also being a master manifestor, so that's great. So let's talk about some more stuff that is going on. So in your near future, we're talking about some weeks from now, or from now to until a few weeks from now, I'm watching that your mental state will be pretty good, to be honest. You will be doing pretty good. Just a few things that you need to keep in mind while you're going through this time of yours is that there are some things that do require you to be a little patient, that do require you to be a little more consistent and hardworking towards, because there might be something that you want results from, there might be something that you're working towards, but it's just it seems a little far-fetched to you, it seems a little it's too difficult for you, but trust me, you have the capability in you, and if you put in the work, you can do it, but you just feel a little lazy for doing so. But just think about the end results. Whatever the end results are will be more beneficial than the work you have to put in. So always think about the end result whenever you feel like you're losing your motivation, because motivation is temporary. It's the what do we call that, dedication? No, discipline is basically permanent. So you have to work on your discipline a little bit. There are two things that are majorly going on in your life right now, two major things that you have to make sure that you do your best in. This might be your career and love life, or this might be two different spheres of life, two different people, two different things that you have in mind, or it's two different things that you're trying to balance at the same time, but somewhere somehow within yourself that you won't be able to do that because it's too unrealistic. So make sure, even if you want to balance these two things, to give a higher priority to something that is more important, to prioritize what is more important and what's not, and to not dwell on the past too much, right? Whatever was in the past, let it go and focus more about the future. You might be a past oriented person, you might think about the past a lot, or there might be some past memories that are going on in your life right now, or there might be some, or it might just be that someone from your past is going to reach out to you or something like that. I don't know. Whatever that is, that you'll get to know with time. And again, there is some sort of planning you need to do for some sort of goal that you have. To reach somewhere, you have to get away from your beginning destination. If your velocity is 0, your position will never change. And what I'm watching right now is that in your mind, you have a lot of things that you want to conquer, you have a lot of things that you want to achieve, a lot of goals. But again, you're thinking about the goals, but you're not making plans to achieve them. You're not really scheduling, you're not really making any movement, right? You're just thinking about, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, by the end of the month I want to be able to do this and that, etc, etc, but you're not making any action plan regarding it, and that will not help. Yeah, we have manifestation, and yes, you are a very pretty good manifester, but in order to manifest something, again, you have to work towards your goals as well, right? Yeah, you have to be sure within yourself that yes, it will come to me, but again, you have to put in the work. You just can't be sitting around the whole day and expect for some miracle to happen, right? So yeah, that is something you need to do. And again, so the thing that's stopping you from actually reaching your full potential is some sort of addiction, or some sort of recent addiction, I would call it addiction, going on in your life right now. This might be a person, this might be substances, this might be even it can even be social media, or some sort of addiction, something that you're using as a coping mechanism. It can be online shopping, it can be any sort of spontaneous behavior, not spontaneous exactly, but somewhat spontaneous, yeah. So some sort of addiction that is going on in your life right now, something that you're using as a coping mechanism, is really stopping you from reaching your full potential. If saving money is your goal, obviously you have to control on your spending, right? If getting better grades is your goal, you have to study. If lowering your watch time is your goal, you have to stay away from your phone. And whatever it is, whatever your goal is, you have just an oppositely attractive addiction regarding it, and that is what's making it more difficult for you to achieve your goal. But again, you have to choose between the good or whatever it is you call. Basically, you have a lot of blessings coming your way, but you have to choose whether you want them or not. And if you want them, you have to work up for them, right? And that is what is going on. And although at the end of the day, I'm watching you that you will be doing a lot of self-work, self-love, and if you're not doing that right now, if you're not indulging in self-care rituals or self-love affirmations, you have to do that. That will elevate your confidence 100 times more, and again, that will boost your potential in doing anything. Even if your goal is not related to self-love or your self-image, you have to work on that no matter what, because that will just improve all your other spheres of life. When you know that you're the best, when you know that yes, you have potential for anything that you want, you will be able to put in the work and not doubt yourself, right? So again, that is something that is coming out for you right now. I'm watching that you are doing a lot of healing. There is something good going on in your life right now that is making you feel like you're healing from a lot of stuff that happened in your past. And we're talking about subconscious stuff here, right? We're talking about subconscious stuff, but make sure that you might be someone who likes to be in groups. You might be someone, even if you don't say it out loud or even if you don't accept it yourself, you are someone who tries to not be lonely. You don't like being by yourself, and that has got to do with your self-image issues, right? There are some self-image issues. Please be sure that you're not afraid to be by yourself. Yes, being with people, we are social beings, we need to be with other people, but we also need to be able to survive on our own, right? So if you don't do that already, this might be optional, might be for some of you, might be for not. So yeah, take it however it resonates. But if you feel like, you know, you should be able to be alone, and remember, rather than being around people who mistreat you, it's better to be alone. I don't know why this has got nothing to do with the reading. It was just coming out and I just felt the need to say it. It might be for some of you watching this video, so yeah, take it if it resonates, otherwise you might just let it go. So yeah, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Until I see you next time, bye bye and take care. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose the card Princess of Pentacles, this is going to be your reading. I'm doing the shuffling right now, so let me not waste most of your time while doing that. We'll meet you in the reading. Okay, so pile 3, if you chose the card Princess of Pentacles, this is going to be your reading. I've shuffled out the cards already, so let's find out what's going on with you. And before we start, I just want to give you a disclaimer that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Everything might not resonate with you, so yeah, let's get started. So first of all, what I'm watching over here is, like, you know, for the rest of the piles, different messages came out and it was like a general reading about their lives and what was going on and what was not. For you, I'm watching more of a specific situation. This is like, there might be a huge situation in your life that you need to move on from, or you need to like get over, or something that needs to be worked upon. And we're talking about that one specific thing only because it's weighing very heavily upon you. So let's find out what it is, right? So what I'm watching over here is, you know, there might be someone or something or some sort of opportunity that you feel like there was injustice to. You feel like you didn't really get to have, or you didn't really have the full justice towards. You might feel like whatever happened in that situation wasn't very fair and it wasn't just to you, it wasn't right, and you feel things aren't going very well for you, and you're just curious to know like what's going on, what's happened, what's going on behind the scenes, you know, where did I go wrong, or you're trying to find out more about the situation. It's like it is a sort of situation, you know, you're trying to talk to people, you're trying to find out through different modes of communication, but you don't really know what's going on. And just know that these two same cards came out for your reading, as well as your, you know, like the card for you, the pile for you as well. So just know that your curiosity is getting the best of you, and there might be stuff that you don't want to find out, and even if you do, nothing will come from it. You know, there is something that you're very curious about, and you're curious to find out like what's happening, what happened, or what's gonna happen. You know, finding what's gonna happen might be the reason why you clicked on this video in the first place. You might have already had this in your mind when you clicked on this video, right? But just know that being free-spirited and being like calm and chill about that stuff. Whatever it is will be the best decision that you can make for yourself right now, because this is getting the best of you, you know. Like, this is not something you wanna overthink about. Although it might be like a wish come true, if it's meant for you, it will be. You overthinking on that will not change a thing, right? You know that, right? You feel like you're putting in a lot of efforts for the situation and you're not really getting anything in return. You're losing a lot of your sleep at night, right? You feel like you're not sleeping enough. You feel like this is just causing you some sort of anxiety. So basically the situation is just like, you know, an addiction for you, and you just feel like you're constantly fighting, you're constantly arguing with people, you're constantly trying to prove a point. It might be a job, it might be a person, it might be some sort of situation you're in, it might be your friends or your family or whatever this is, but it has got to do with some people maybe, or even it might be inner conflict within yourself. This might be some sort of doubt that you have about yourself, about your capabilities. You might want to achieve something and you're just not sure if you want to do that, and this might be your internal voices fighting with each other, you know. There's a lot of different scenarios to place it. So just think about, what were you thinking about when you clicked on this video? Like, what exactly was your goal when you clicked on this video? Because there is something very specific we're talking about over here, and because it's a general reading now, I can't really pinpoint like what specific thing it is. That you have to find that out for yourself. But whatever I'm watching over here is that, you know, this is like an addiction. This is not good for you. Whatever situation you're thinking about, either the situation's not good for you, the person's not good for you, the people are not good for you, or you're being so obsessively connected to the result of the situation is not good for you. You know, sometimes we have to detach from the result and we just have to live in the present moment, and that is something you're not doing at all. That is something that you need to work upon. And the good things, you know, this reading was supposed to tell you the good things that are coming out for you. And the good thing is, like, whatever your wish is, whatever your, you know, inner wish is, something that's good for you, not in your addictive way, like not something that this isn't something that's gonna harm you in the long run. Something that is good for you will happen. You know, there might be some sort of communication that you want to have with someone. There might be, might want to clear things out. You might want some sort of closure or some sort of communication it is that you're seeking. You will get it, is what I'm seeing. And you know, whatever the situation is going on, it's like you're gaining a lot of wisdom from it. You're gaining a lot of, you know, experience from it, because I'm watching some sort of there might be people manipulating you also. You might want to check that out as well. And this might not feel like a very good reading. Like, you might have thought that this reading was supposed to tell me about what's good, what's going to be good, but trust me, right now you think that this is not good. But like, sometime in the future, when you look back upon this memory and you think about, like, wow, you'll go like, wow, like, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Not people manipulating me, but me finding out those patterns and leaving those people and evolving from that whole situation. Because now I know how to deal with people. Now I know how to exist with people or situations or myself. Different things for different people. So this card came out for each and every pile today, and so it did for you as well. You are going through a very subconsciously intense moment right now. You know, this has got to do a lot with your inner self. And yes, whatever decisions that you're making for yourself right now, that will, you know, harm you or do you good in the long run. So please be careful when you're making a decision or when you're going in a specific situation. Don't let your curiosity, again and again I keep saying this, don't let your curiosity get the best of you. Sometimes it's just important to be chill about situations, right? There's nothing you can do, there's nothing that you want to know, and sometimes it's just good to be by yourself. And closure isn't something that you always need. And as we're talking, just try not to think about other people so much. Try not to think about what other people are thinking of you. What you fear is basically your thoughts about yourself. Whatever you're insecure about is what you think is not good about yourself. No one else can change that for you, right? So make sure to work a little bit on your insecurities if there are any. We all are insecure, we all are human being, it's natural, but try to work through that. And what I'm watching over here for you is that, you know, you are gaining a lot from this situation. Whatever this is, like, this will benefit you so much that you will actually think of it as a good situation in the future. So yeah, that is it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel. Until I see you next time, bye bye and take care.